Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing something really fun. I am doing the best of beauty 2016 and the worst of beauty 2016 in my opinion. I just want to put the disclaimer out there that all this is my opinion. I don't mean to offend anyone. And yeah, this is going to be all my favorite and all my least favorite products of 2016. And I'm really excited to do this kind of video and kind of nervous because I don't know if you guys are going to like it or not. Also, before we get into the video, I want to thank you guys so much for 50,000 subscribers. That is insane to me. I didn't think people would want to subscribe to my channel given how inactive I have been. So I appreciate you for giving me a chance, because 2017 I plan on posting once a week. Fingers crossed. Definitely give me suggestions in the comments down below on what videos you want to see, and I will definitely film them for you guys, because obviously once a week is 4 videos a month, so I'm obviously gonna need some ideas. But yeah, if you want to know all my favorite and least favorite products of 2016, then keep on watching. Okay, so getting into something positive, which is all my favorites of 2016, and there is an absurd amount. This video is going to be long, so make sure you got your popcorn ready. I'm going to categorize everything, so all the timestamps will be in the description box of what you want to see my favorites on, whether it's skincare, face, foundation, highlight, whatever. I'll have that all in the description box below. So getting into skincare, the first thing I'm going to talk about is this Purity Cleanser. It is by the brand Philosophy. It's a one-step facial cleanser. I know this didn't come out in 2016, but this is honestly my favorite cleanser that I've ever used. It gets everything off and it doesn't like dry out your skin. I love it. I was introduced this towards the end of 2016. The cleanser that I was using before was Cetaphil. So some of the things it claims on the back of the bottle, it says deep cleans pores, eliminates makeup buildup, hydrates and melts away makeup, contains deep cleansing agents, natural oil extracts help condition skin, fragrance free, so it's going to be good for sensitive skin. I can attest to this. I agree with everything it claims. You know, other people love this cleanser and they're not wrong. It's a really good cleanser, so definitely check this out if you are looking for a new cleanser. So next up, I want to talk about this exfoliator. It is the Ocean Salt Exfoliator from Lush. I was introduced this at the beginning of the year to one of my old friends, and he let me use it and I was obsessed with it. I just love how it gets away all the dead skin. Obviously, I feel like to me exfoliators are kind of like, you don't really need one because you can just get some honey and some sugar, mix it together and exfoliate that way. To me, I love this because especially if you have oily skin, the salt is going to dry the skin up a little bit. Obviously, I wouldn't recommend this if you have really dry skin. I just think this is like a gentle exfoliator that doesn't really irritate the skin that much, and it's such a good exfoliator. I definitely love this in 2016. So the whole retinol thing, it always seemed kind of gimmicky to me. I was never like, oh, I need to spend an obscene amount of money on a retinol because it's not going to do anything. I always thought it was gimmicky. I always thought it wasn't going to do anything for my skin until I was in Sephora one day and I was like, let me just do it. So I asked the girl at Sephora retinols that she recommends, and she pointed me to the PeterThomasRoth Professional Strength 3% Retinoid Plus High Potency Retinoid Serum, Advanced Retinoid 3% Anti-Aging Overnight Treatment, Super Lipid Complex. Holy shit. It is unreal. Retinol is unreal. If you're worried about wrinkles or sagging or texture on your skin, if you want beautiful, good skin, get you a retinol because it will change your life. When I tell you my skin was doing so bad from my whole LA experience, not taking care of my skin, sleeping in my makeup, just fucking my skin over basically, this saved it. My pores are smaller, my texture on my skin is smoother, and it's anti-aging. So you're aging less. This is such a good retinol. It is expensive. I think I paid $80 for this, but I highly recommend this retinol. Just a little bit goes a long way. It comes in this little dropper right here. I like to do this right after I cleanse my face, so the pores and everything is open so it can really sink in. Then I go in with my serums, my toner, my moisturizers, and so on. Definitely check this out. Such a beautiful retinol. I didn't realize how much talking I would have to do. The last skincare item I want to talk about is the GlamGlow SuperMud. If you're cake face like me, this will save your life. I know sometimes our pores can kind of go through it because we put so much makeup on. This facial mask will suck the fuck out of your pores and make sure they're clean and minimize them. I love GlamGlow as a skincare brand. They have beautiful masks, beautiful skincare, and this is definitely one of their most iconic masks. It's such a good mask. I feel like I'm talking about nonsense, like, you know. So now I'm going to go into my favorite foundations of 2016. The first being the itCosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Cream with SPF 50+. As you can tell, this is well loved. This is what I wear on my no makeup days. The only thing I hate about it is it smells like sunscreen to me, and I don't like that, but whatever. It is a full coverage CC cream. In my opinion, this could just be a foundation. It's like medium coverage to me. It covers my redness, my acne. I've been wearing this almost every single day at the beginning of 2016 until I was like, okay, I need to calm down because I'm about to go away. I would even wear this when I went clubbing or when I went to like turn up, or if I just wanted to look good. I wore this all the time. This is a really good foundation. CC cream. Let me put you over here in the hate pile. You definitely don't belong here. I have been obsessing with the Makeup Forever foundation sticks. This is the best foundation stick. I don't care what anyone says. This is hands down my favorite foundation stick. The coverage is nice. It doesn't look too cakey. I only wear this foundation especially when I go to events or parties or special occasions. This is the foundation I wear because I know it's not gonna do me dirty. Duchess! Duchess! Next foundation I want to talk about is the Becca Aqua Luminous foundation. This is such a beautiful dewy foundation. It wasn't something I would wear every single day in 2016, but this is something that I would wear if I want to look dewy, luminous. This was definitely a summertime foundation for me. It isn't the fullest coverage, but it does have decent coverage. If it didn't cover any acne, I would spot conceal it. The shade range is trash. The lightest shade is f***ing tan, and the darkest shade is like not even a dark shade. It's a beautiful foundation, I love it, and it was definitely a foundation that I loved during the summertime. I didn't talk about any drugstore foundations, but I didn't really reach for any. Oh well. So for concealer, you guys know what the next product is gonna be. It changed my life for the better. Shape Tape. That's all I'm gonna say. Shape Tape. You need it. That's all I'm gonna say. You just need it. Hands down the best concealer ever. It's full coverage. It covers. I will literally use this as a foundation. I don't care. I want this to be a foundation. They need to make a Shape Tape foundation. This is amazing. For contouring in 2016, I was obsessed with the Makeup Geek contour powders, these four right here. I have nails on, so I don't feel like pulling them out, so they'll be listed down below. My favorite thing to do was to mix the cool tone and the warm tone together because I do kind of have more neutral tones in my skin. The Makeup Geek contour pans are literally some of the best contours I have because they base it off of undertone and skin tone. So they go cool tone, warm tone. I think they even have neutral tones. These were definitely something I use every day in my makeup routine. I definitely recommend checking out these contour pans. Next, for contouring and highlighting and all that stuff, I have two Morphe palettes. One being the 9C, which you guys have seen me talk about in videos before. The 9C literally has everything that you need for contouring. It even has cool tone, warm tone shades. It has yellow highlighting, under eye highlighters, and salmony ones. A little definitely goes a long way with this. It's one of my favorite contour kits that I use. I travel with this. Again, this is a very versatile palette. If you're a makeup artist, you'll really love this because it is so versatile. If you do want this, you can save even more with my discount code, which you guys know by now. The next one I have here from Morphe is the 06PC. Basically what this palette to me is meant for is highlighting under the eyes for literally any skin tone ever. You are given literally all these shades. There's like different shades for deeper complexions. This one is well loved. I like to set even more under my eyes to brighten up with this shade right here. I'll sometimes go into these two, it depends, but I definitely love this for brightening up the under eyes even more, as you can tell. Wet n Wild blew me away with the Color Icon blushes that they have here. My favorite shade is Mellow Wine. It's a very deep bronzy red. I love this shade. The formula is extremely buttery, extremely pigmented. A little goes a long way. It's so blendable. Again, Wet n Wild blushes blew me away in 2016. Definitely check this out. Another blush I was loving in 2016 was the Tarte Exposed blush. It's like a dusty rose pink shade, very bronzy. I use this shade all the time. It's one of my favorite go-to blushes, especially if I'm doing more natural looks. Another honorable mention is Wild Honey from Becca. Also love that in 2016. In 2016, I was loving the Moonchild Glow Kit from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I always use this palette when I do colorful, bold looks and I want to make it different in some way. The three shades I always use is Blue Eyes, Pink Art, and Lucky Clover. Blue Eyes reflects blue, and then we have Pink Heart, which reflects kind of like a reddish pink, and then we have Lucky Clover, which reflects green. Love this palette. If you're on a budget and you're looking for a blinding highlighter, Colourpop Flexitarian has you covered. I have used this highlighter to the core. Like, this is one of my all-time favorite highlighters, hands down. Let me just do a quick swatch for you. Like, hello? This is blinding. It is just so metallic. It reflects so much light. This is one of my all-time favorite highlighters. Next highlighters I want to talk about are the Jouer highlighters. They slayed these highlighters. I dropped my favorite highlighter and it broke. And I just opened the one that broke. Can we just talk about this packaging? This packaging is so sleek and so bougie. They kind of slayed it this year with highlighters. Jouer highlighters are some of my favorites. This is Rose Quartz. It gives off like a pinky reflect. I would recommend Rose Quartz and Topaz, and yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful highlighters. I want to give a quick mention to Coco Bling from Artist Couture. It's what I'm wearing today. It is such a beautiful blinding highlighter. I do have a coupon code with Artist Couture. It's Thomas Halbert in all caps. If I want to look blinding, I always go to this one or Flexitarian from Colourpop. I would definitely check out Artist Couture highlighters. They're some of my all-time favorites. Moving right along to eye products, I'm going to start with primer and then end with mascara. So one of my staple primers in 2016 was the MAC Prep and Prime 24-Hour Extended Eye Base. I got onto this in December of 2015, and since then this has been one of my all-time favorite eye bases, especially if I'm not wearing a lot of makeup. If you have hooded eyes like I do and you notice that shimmer shadows kind of transfer, this has really prevented those shadows from transferring on mine. So definitely check out this eye primer. It's one of my favorites of 2016. Okay, I kind of have a lot of eyeshadow palettes, so yeah. You guys know this. I love me some Morphe. I've been using Morphe products even before. I had a coupon code with them when I started doing makeup, when I started freelancing. I had Morphe eyeshadow palettes and brushes and so on. And in 2016, these are my favorite to use. The 35OM is all mattes of the 35O palette, which is everyone's favorite. Ignore that lash glue right there. This is literally just all matte shades, and it has literally every shadow that you need. And then we have the 35OS, which has literally every shimmer you need in the world. Every shimmer you need in the world. This is definitely a go-to, and the pigmentation is unheard of. You guys know this. You guys see the swatches. Don't sleep on Morphe palettes because they're amazing and inexpensive. And again, I have a coupon code. I do love the 35B, which is an all color palette, but I wasn't introduced to it in 2016. I've been using that palette for 2 years now. So I would incorporate the 35B palette by Morphe in this video, but I've been using it for 2 years now. The 35K, it has cool tones and those silvers that I also like because I do love my cool tones. Again, it has an array of mattes and shimmers. This white shade right here is hella pigmented for a white shadow. Again, the pigmentation is outstanding with these Morphe palettes and inexpensive. The next palette I was obsessed with in 2016 was the Kat Von D Metal Matte palette. This says matte, and then you turn it around and it says metal, which is so cool to me. You have your mattes down here and you have your shimmers up here. The only shadow I don't like in this palette is this one right here. I think it's a little patchy. I love these four right here. And this one for a transition shade is beautiful. This was definitely one of my favorite palettes of 2016. I still use it all the time. I don't know if this is still being sold. I think this was a limited edition. But yeah, I really love this palette and I still use it all the time. I think we know what's next. I know, we collectively know the next palette I'm going to talk about because everyone else has been talking about it. Modern Renaissance, man. The Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia. Like, damn, sis. She fucked it. Girl, I'm shook. Oh my god, this palette. I travel with this one too. Everyone loves this for a reason. It's just so good. It is so... The next palette came out towards the end of 2016, but I think it deserves a mention because it is so good. It's the Tarteist Pro by Tarte. This palette, man... I don't know what the fuck they did, but this is such a good palette. The only thing I don't like are these right here. I kind of think they were pointless. I don't like any of them. These two shadows right here, I love to set my eyes. I used this palette in my recent tutorial. It literally has every eyeshadow family. You have like the bold reds, the cool tones, the warm tones, the cool tone reds. It is such a versatile and amazing palette. This palette won't let me down and I can do a bunch of stuff with it. The pigmentation is there. It's so easy to blend. Shout out to Tarte. The mascara I was using literally every time I did my makeup was the Too Faced Better Than Sex waterproof mascara. If you guys don't know, my lashes stick straight down. So when I curl my lashes, they always fall back down when I put on regular mascara. But when I put on waterproof mascara, they stick straight up and they keep that curl. So this is definitely a really good mascara for doing that, and it's waterproof. My only downside is if you do too much, it can kind of flake off onto your cheeks. But other than that, this is a beautiful, 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 beautiful mascara. How many times have I said beautiful in this video? There wasn't that many lip products that really impressed me in 2016. I feel like everyone's kind of done their liquid lipsticks and we all have our favorites now. I kind of just want to mention a few. The Jouer Cosmetics liquid lipsticks are some of my all-time favorites because they're matte, but they're also hydrating. I always lean towards their liquid lipsticks because they're so comfortable and I know it's not going to dry my lips out at the end of the night. So I definitely love Jouer Cosmetics liquid lipsticks. One brand that really stood out to me this year was Jouer. That's because their liquid lipsticks or their lip creams are some of my all-time favorites. Jouer in general stood out to me this year with all their products. Their lip creams are some of the nicest liquid lipstick formulas that I've tried. The only thing I would say is their lighter shades are kind of patchy sometimes. Their lip toppers are so beautiful as well. Jouer really killed it with this formula. Good job, Jouer. These are beautiful liquid lipsticks. Alright, you guys, that is it for all my favorites of 2016. I know I talked a lot, but now it's time to get into the negative side of things, which is what I f***ing hated. Again, disclaimer, no hate, no shade. So the first thing I absolutely did not like in 2016 was the NYX lip lingeries. What is this formula? When I tell you this is the driest piece of crap formula I have ever tried. And this applicator, like this applicator does no justice for anyone. I literally had to dip 60,000 times to cover my mouth. And when I was done, it looked like I did the 100-layer liquid lipstick challenge. We can grow from this, NYX. This is bad. The Anastasia foundation sticks. Now, when I first tried it, when I first applied it, I loved it. And then all of a sudden, it just started seeping into my pores. Even with my professional, even with my pore filling primers on, like it made my pores look bigger than they actually are. It just emphasized skin texture so much. And it's just, I can't. It's like unreal how hard it is to blend this out. It is just ridiculous. Next thing I did not like in 2016 was the Makeup Forever Aqua Blend Foundation. Do you even see how bad that is? Literally the most pointless foundation ever in my opinion. It's not even sheer coverage. It's like they literally made tinted water. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. The next thing I did not like in 2016 was this, and I wanted to love it so bad. I wanted it to work. I wanted it to be nice. None of this is good. No, there's not a single shade on here that I like. It's not blendable at all. It's patchy. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I don't like it because this was expensive as fuck and I'm mad about it. Okay, so moving on, the next thing I did not like in 2016 was the Huda Beauty palette. I didn't even have to use it to know that I didn't like it. I swatched these. These were trash. They don't work with a brush. They barely even worked with the finger, my finger. The shadows are dry, cost too much damn money, and I don't really like the owner. I don't like her business practices, and that's all I'm gonna say. I don't like this palette. Next thing I did not like in 2016 was this Anastasia Glow Kit. I tried to make this work so many times. This has nothing on the other Glow Kits that are discontinued. Like the first Glow Kit that came out, for example. This just doesn't compete. You can't compete where you don't compare, and this does not compare or compete. It's powdery. It's not pigmented. I feel like it was just not their best glow kit, and I know they can do better than this. The Morphe concealers were trash. They were just trash. They weren't blendable. They just aren't good. They're not good concealers, and I couldn't make them work. They're just bad. This first thing I want to talk about is their Real Big Sexy Lip Kit. This is the dumbest fucking, first of all, so the lip liner is at the top and the lipstick is at the bottom. Like, yeah, this works for the top lip because the lip liner is up there, but it's like, I wouldn't be able to, it's just so, girl, it just makes me irritated even talking about this because this is just dumb. Same with this Their Real Big Sexy Eye Kit. When I received this in the mail and I opened it, the concept is you have this little guy right here, and you have these 3 shades, and you are able to do that, pack it on the brush, and then put it on the eyes. It's a no from me with that. So that's canceled for me. For me, that's canceled. So I'm just letting you know that's canceled. That's everything I loved and hated in 2016, and I'm super excited for 2017. Let me know down in the comments your New Year's resolutions for 2017, what your goals are, what you're wanting to accomplish in 2017. I'm trying to hit 100,000 before my birthday on March 20th. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. It'll help me out a lot. Subscribe if you haven't already. All the products I talked about in this video will be listed down below. All my social media will be down in the description box as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.